Good morning, students. Today we are starting off with a new chapter, that is acids, bases and salts. This is the third chapter. Acids. Those substances which turn litmus solution red are called acids. Now, litmus solution is an indicator and it is obtained from lichens. It is a purple dye. So, it changes that purple dye into red. So, it is an indication that particular solution is an acid. The term acid has been derived from the Latin word acidus, which means sour. Acids are sour in taste. They give H plus in aqueous solution. They give hydrogen ions. Ions are nothing but the charged particles. So when acids are dissolved in water or any aqueous solution, it gives rise to H plus ions. And it is a good conductor of electricity. Corrosive in nature, it means it can cause damage to the skin. Concentrated acids can cause damage to the skin. Orange methyl indicator to pink. Now, as the name itself is telling you, methyl orange is an indicator. Now, the indicator is turned to pink. And few examples of the acids are HCl, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid and phosphoric acid. Next, moving on to bases. Those substances which change red litmus solution blue are called bases. Here we see that the litmus solution is changed into blue and such solutions are known as bases. They are bitter in taste. They are present in bitter substances like bitter gourd, baking soda solution, neem extract, washing soda solution, slake lime solution, soap solution. It gives OH minus ions in aqueous solution. It turns methyl orange indicator to yellow. If the solution turns yellow, it means it is a base. Soluble bases. Now, bases that are soluble are called as alkalis. Please remember what is an alkali. It's important. Few of the example of bases are sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. Next, moving on to indicators. Those substances which change their color in different types of substances are called indicators. Now, there is a color change when you add this indicator. It helps us to find out whether a particular substance is an acid or a base. Now, there are many natural substances like red onion peel, red cabbage leaves, beetroot extract, colored petals of some flowers like rose petunia. These are all natural indicators. They are called indicators because they indicate the presence of acid or base by showing change in color. Why do we categorize them as indicator? Because there is a change in color in the presence of an acid or a base. Next, let's move on to litmus solution. It is a purple dye which is extracted from a plant, lichen. Lichen is a symbiotic association between algae as well as fungi. It is used as an acid-base indicator. When purple solution is acidified, it changes to blue color. Now that solution is called as blue litmus solution. Whereas it changes to red color when a small amount of base is added to blue litmus solution. Then it is called as red litmus solution. So, in presence of an acid, the color change what you see is blue. But whereas in presence of base, the color change what you see is red. Acid base indicators. These substances which change their color in acid and base are called acid-base indicator. Example, litmus solution is used as an acid-base indicator. Precautions to be used while handling acids in the laboratory. All living things are very sensitive to acids, and too much acid can kill cells or stop working of the cell. Too much acid or concentrated acid is highly dangerous as it is corrosive in nature. It can damage the cells. Concentrated acids are very dangerous and should never be handled without protection. It might burn the skin. Following precautions must be observed while dealing with acids. Never try to touch or taste acids which are used in laboratory. I told you, if it is a concentrated acid, it can cause damage to the skin, or it can cause certain allergic reactions. Never add water into concentrated acid, otherwise the bottle will break, because it is an exothermic reaction. When you add water into concentrated acid, lot of heat is being released. That's why we see that the bottle will break. Always add concentrated acid to water slowly with continuous cooling under running water. So if you add concentrated acid to water slowly, you need to add it drop by drop. Okay, with continuous cooling under running water. That time we see lot of heat is not being liberated. But if you are adding water into concentrated acid, then that is an exothermic reaction. Lot of heat is liberated. Advantages of acids. Hydrochloric acid is released in stomach to make medium acidic in nature. It leads to coagulation of proteins and helps in their digestion. Hydrochloric acid is released by the goblet cells in the stomach, and what happens is it leads to coagulation of proteins. Coagulation means there is a change in the structure of protein and thereby helps in bringing about the digestion. HCl kills bacteria coming to the stomach along with the food. Now vinegar, acetic acid, is used as a preservative in pickles. It gives sour taste to food. So vinegar is used as a preservative. Cold drink contains carbonic acid. Lemon contains citric acid, which is used in case of indigestion. When the digestion is not happening properly, so lemon can be used. Oranges and amla contains ascorbic acid, or it is vitamin C, which prevents scurvy. Scurvy leads to bleeding of the gums, so it can be prevented by taking in enough vitamin C. Next, moving on to mineral acids. Those acids which are obtained from minerals like sulfates, nitrates, chloride, etc. are called mineral acids. So these are obtained from minerals. Example, sulfuric acid, nitric acid and hydrochloric acid. Next, organic acids. Now these acids which are obtained from plants and animals are called organic acids. Example, lemon contains citric acid. Orange and amla contains ascorbic acid. Tamarind contains tartaric acid. Curd contains lactic acid. Guava contains oxalic acid. Vinegar, acetic acid, and ant sting contains formic acid. These points are very, very important. Organic acid is a very important concept. So be clear with respect to it.